Hi, my name is Jennifer. Thanks for tuning in to my sewing journey. This is episode number 3. Today I am really excited to share with you one of my processes that I do with some fabric I had printed. So a couple of years ago I did a bunch of collage art, like we clipped magazines and pasting them together to make some surreal art, and I had them printed on fabric, and I cut them out and sew them onto t-shirts and button-ups and make patches out of them and all sorts of stuff like that. So we'll go through that process today, and thanks for joining, and here we go. Here are a few examples of the collages that I did. They were a lot of fun to do, just really outside the box and getting creative. It's hard to find magazines these days to do this. I feel like they're going extinct, but if you can get your hands on one, try it. It's a lot of fun. This is how your fabric will come. I use spoonflower.com. They make it really user-friendly to upload your images, pick the sizes that you want, and pretty quick shipping. I like to use the rotary tool and the ruler to cut it. It makes nice clean lines. And also, this is a cotton fabric, so I pre-wash it before I do any of this. That way, when you sew it onto your item, it doesn't shrink. I use different methods to attach the image onto the t-shirt. Sometimes I do it right over the top of the outside, but here we're going to inset it. So you turn your shirt inside out, and then we will place the image on the fabric face down, and then pin all around. Try and make sure you get this as centered as possible. If you don't trust your eyeballs, then maybe find your center marks and center it properly on the fabric. And now we'll pin carefully all the way around the edges. You have to take your time doing this because the t-shirt is a little stretchy and it can move around. So when you're doing this, just be very careful. Take your t-shirt over to the sewing machine. Now we will sew around the image. I like to use a decorative stitch and also a contrasting thread color. Be careful doing this as well. This t-shirt is stretchy, so just try and keep your fabric as flat as possible. If not, you might get some puckers. Time for the big reveal. Turn your t-shirt right side out. And now we are going to carefully clip away the fabric that is laying on top of the image. So you want to carefully just grab the t-shirt layer on top. And I like to cut the fabric to the corners of the square. carefully trim the excess fabric away, making sure not to cut any of your stitches. There was a little stain on the front of the shirt, so I'm using my clothing label to cover that. And we'll stitch that on, of course, with a contrasting decorative stitch. And here's the finished product. Thanks for watching. See you next time.